How small is small enough to start something? Quick question, if the action you've chosen still requires a pep talk to get going, then it's not small enough. Our brains are wired to avoid effort when the payoff feels uncertain. Research into behavior change at Stanford makes this point really clearly when it's talking about tiny habits. Behavior doesn't fail because people are weak, it fails because the starting point feels too big, and the brain resists actions that feel costly before there's evidence of a reward. So the first step feels heavy, and motivation never gets a chance to show up. So when people say, just need to get started, what they usually mean is, I've chosen a starting point my brain doesn't agree with. Small enough doesn't mean impressive, it means non-threatening. If your brain hesitates, negotiates, or suggests doing it maybe later, that's your signal. The step is still too big. So here's a simple test that actually works. Ask, what's the smallest action that makes starting unavoidable? So for example, not go for a long run, but put your trainers on by the door, or put your trainers by the door. They can go smaller and smaller. You could go from walk round the block to just putting one trainer on. Not write the report, but open the document and title it. I know people who have lots of little tabs open of emails they've started but not finished because they just wanted to get them started, and then later on they come back to them. Write the first sentence maybe. Maybe that would work. There's been research on motivation that shows that visible progress, however small, increases that follow-through. The goal isn't momentum, the goal is evidence. Once the brain sees progress, motivation tends to follow. So, if you're stuck, don't aim higher, aim smaller. Smaller than feels sensible, smaller than feels impressive, because when starting feels easy, continuing usually takes care of itself.